Yes, sirree. Well, it's been a few months now since I put this on, and this is probably what it's going to look like after a few weeks, a few months or so, if you cut these a little bit too short. And you know, when I installed these, you remember this garage door had a layer of insulation that was built into the pads. We still wanted to put this on, so when I measured this, I should have measured and allowed a little bit more height on those, so that when it was right here, it would push in this way and push in there a little bit further. That's what I should have done. And see, these here, it came out. Now, it's not falling out all the way because these middle things are holding it from coming out. Plus I taped the ends. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape. I'm going to push this up, lift it up, and split the difference between here and down there. So I know if it needs to be lifted up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and tape along there with my clear tape. Now see, there's another little spot right there. I see, and not all these panels have done that. See, these, see how this is gonna bow out and then go in. That's because the thickness of the rest of this garage door wasn't able to allow the insulation to fit down inside of there because it already had a layer of built-in insulation in there. Do you see what I mean? And so that's why I should have allowed for that and cut those a little bit longer. I'll know in the future, and you know, I helped one of my neighbors do it, and I cut theirs a little bit longer, and theirs seems to be fine. So my loss is your gain, and I'll just kind of touch this stuff up. See, there's a little piece there. See, I didn't run the clear tape up far enough. And so I'm just going to spend a little bit of time. See, here's another little spot right there after I push that in. And make this all look really good. It's because this pulled away. But again, the clear tape, I only ran it to there. I should have ran it up further. See? And so I'll do a once over on this. And I don't think I'm going to put the clear tape all the way along here. I mean, I could later on if that starts lifting out some more, or if the tape loosens up or something. But I have a feeling if I run a clear piece of tape there, right there, at the bottom of this, the bottom of this one here too is kind of pulled away. See there, and so if I finish those and that, I think I'll be fine, and then I'll leave it, and then, you know, 3 or 4 months down the road, if anything does come out, I'll go ahead and push this back up and use the clear tape all the way along here, being careful not to have the tape any higher than this edge, because that's where the garage door panel stops right there, and that's where the new one starts. You see what I mean? And you know, this insulation has really kept the garage a lot warmer. For some reason, Momi seems to think that some of the other condo owners in here think there's no insulation above here, and then this goes up into the bedroom up above, and lots of people are complaining that their bedrooms are cold up here. And I don't know if that's the case or not. This summer, I'm gonna poke a hole and figure out whether or not there's insulation up there or not. If there's not, then hey, there's a whole another video series about cutting the sheetrock out of here, putting insulation up there, putting more sheetrock back up, how I'm going to do that, where the garage door opener is and the light fixture and all that kind of stuff. But you know, for the time being, the Momi seems to think that the bedroom above here is a lot warmer during the winter than not. And mind you, these condos are 15 years old. And you know, if you're using your little garage area, now this is just one single garage, but if you're using a garage area like this for your exercise equipment, or you do work projects, woodworking projects or something, think about putting insulation in your garage door. It might just help you out. Now I'm gonna use this little deal. This is a little hand one. This is one of those cheapos, and I happen to like to use this, believe it or not, way more than this. I just don't like using this. This is for shipping or boxes, for storage boxes, or if you're moving. They use that one, but even that, I like to pull it out by hand and do it. Now for something like this, because I'm just pulling out little pieces at a time, it's way easier to use one of these little cheap ones. And then when your tape runs out, you can pull this thing apart. See there, right there? You can pull that apart. You can put another roll of tape in there. And so that is what I'm going to use to go and tape this back up. Hey, if you're going to do a job, any DIY job, you might as well spend the time and do it right. Okay, that's more better. Didn't take me very long, and it was way, like I said, it's way easier to use something like that. So if you can get one of those at the store, they're way cheaper than those anyways. Retape the middle section, and on this, I decided not to put the tape all the way across. What I did was I pushed it in, and then I ran the tape here, and then on the back side, underneath here, and then against there, so like a Z, like that, rather than just from here over. You see what I mean? That'll keep that pushed up. And I did it in 3 different spots, you know, boop, boop, boop. And then I did the same thing down there for this panel, and then I also did it for that panel down there. Retouched up stuff over here, did a little finagling over there, and I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that and see what happens after a couple months. If I have to, I can always put some clear tape. This is just clear shipping tape. Don't get the brown shipping tape, because then you're going to see all the marks. See, with the clear, you hardly see anything. And if you don't like the clear, you know, they have duct tape that's white. You could use duct tape on all of your joints, and it's white, and you can do it that way. Now remember, if any of this stuff ever rips and you need to fix it and there's a big gap there, when you get that stuff from the store, you know, for your garage, the insulation for your garage, it comes, I don't know if you saw my other videos or not, it comes with a little piece like this. Oh, you know what, this is clear. I thought it was white. It looks white, but you peel it back and then it's sticky. It's just, all it is like clear shipping tape. No, actually I take that back. I think you pull that off and then it's actually the white material. Then you can put it on there and it's got sticky on the back side. And I saved my extra little pieces. I rolled them up. I even saved a couple extra ones of these in case you get those broken. You know, and I even saved the little rubber gloves they gave us for installing this. I always save everything because you never know when you're going to need it, right? Okay. So there you go. And hey, like I say, it didn't take me very long. And if you want to watch the entire video series, I'm making a video, an entire video series, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3, however many parts it took, because there's lots of measuring involved, there's lots of cutting involved, if you want it to look right, okay? And I'll explain all that on details in the entire video series. Make sure you watch the whole thing. All right, that's it for now.